Even when you stop believing, I still believe in you. Not for what you've done, but for who you are to me. Even when you walk away, I still walk beside you. Not one step has gone unnoticed. Not one sigh has been wasted. You've mistaken my stillness for distance, but I have only been waiting for your heart to exhale again, even when your hands let go of hope. Mine never release you. I don't hold you tighter when you're strong. I hold you closest when you're weak. You've felt the weight of silence and wondered if I left you. You've laid awake at night listening to your own doubts louder than my voice. But listen now, I was never the one who walked away. Not when you lost your way. Not when you pushed me out. Not when you shut every door to protect yourself from more hurt. Still, I remained. In the quiet, in the corners, in the shadows you thought no one saw. I stayed. Because love does not leave. And I am love. I don't measure you by how confident your faith is. I don't need perfect words to respond. Your groan is enough. Your breath is enough. Your silence is still sacred to me. Even when you're too tired to pray, I sit beside you. Even when your trust falters, my promises don't. I am not afraid of your anger. I do not run from your sadness. I do not shrink from your questions. You are not a burden to me. You are my beloved. I know the wars you fight behind your smile, the memories that visit uninvited, the fears you can't explain, and the loneliness that follows even in a crowd. But I want you to hear this. You are not alone. Not now. Not ever. When your heart feels too full of pain, give it to me. When your soul feels too tired to rise, let me lift you. When the weight of life presses in from all sides, come rest in me. You don't need to keep pretending. You don't need to hold it all together. Not with me. You don't disappoint me. Even when you fall, even when you forget, even when your love grows cold. Because my love is not based on your strength. It's based on my nature. And I am faithful. Always. Forever. Unchanging. So when you feel like you're losing yourself, remember, I have never lost you. You are still mine. Not because you fought to stay, but because I never stopped holding you. You are not too far, not too broken, not too late. You are still the one I delight in, the one I died for, the one I rise for every single morning. I have numbered your tears. I have redeemed your story. And I still have so much more for you. Don't give up now. Not here. Not when healing is so close. Let go of what you were never meant to carry. Fall into my arms again. I have not moved. I have not changed. And I have never let go. You've walked through fire and thought you were alone. But I was with you in the flames. Not always to take away the heat, but to ensure the fire never consumed you. I was the strength you didn't realize was rising within you. I was the breath that kept going when your will was fading. I was the whisper that said, just one more day, I'm with you. You've blamed yourself for things you never caused, held guilt in your hands like it was yours to carry. But beloved, you were never meant to carry shame, not for their choices, not for their absence, not for what you didn't know, not for the time it took you to heal. I never asked you to be perfect. I never asked you to figure it all out. I only asked you to come, to rest, to be held. You may not have realized it, but every time your heart broke, mine broke with you. I wasn't watching from a distance. I was kneeling beside you. I was collecting your tears. I was keeping record of every silent scream you thought no one heard. I didn't abandon you in the valley. I walked every step with you, and even now I'm still here, not disappointed, not impatient, not distant. I'm the father who stays through every chapter. I don't love the version of you you think you should be. I love the real you, right here, right now, in all you're becoming. I know what others said. I know how they left, how they promised and didn't follow through, how they said they cared and then turned away. And I know you started to believe love must always leave eventually. That closeness always comes with conditions. That tenderness is a trap. But not with me. I do not leave. I do not withdraw my heart when yours is breaking. I do not run when things get messy. I remain. My love is not a contract to be kept. It is a covenant I've sealed with my blood. And I don't go back on my word. You are still the one I've chosen. Still the one I see. Still the one I call worthy. Not because of what you've done, but because of who I am. Even when you forgot me, I never forgot you. Even when you closed the door, I kept knocking. Even when you buried the dream, I kept it safe. Even when, you said, I don't know who I am anymore. I whispered, I do. So breathe, my beloved. Let the armor fall. Let the tears come. Let the ache rise to the surface. It's safe here. You don't need to apologize for how long it's taken you to come back. You're here now. That's all that matters. You don't need to impress me. You just need to let me in. I'm not afraid of the mess. I'm not overwhelmed by your emotions. I'm not disappointed by your confusion. And I'm not walking away, no matter what. You may think you've gone too far. You may think you've changed too much. But you've never lived a moment I didn't cover with my grace. And if you've forgotten everything else, remember this. I am still here. I always have been. I always will be. Not standing over you in judgment, but kneeling beside you in mercy. Not counting your failures, but redeeming them into beauty. Not waiting for you to earn my love, but giving it freely, abundantly, forever. You are not too far. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too much. You are mine. And I am the Father who stays, the one who holds on, even when you let go. You wonder if I've noticed. You've walked through days that felt like silence, nights that stretched long with no answers. You've looked up at the sky and whispered, are you still there? Do I still matter? You've carried so much for so long that numbness became your normal. You've said, I'm fine, with a breaking voice. You've smiled while your heart sank deeper. But I saw it all. I never looked away, never missed a tear, never ignored a sigh. You've never lived a day unseen. I did not forget you. You are not invisible to me. You are not lost in the crowd. You are not just a number, not just another voice in the wind. You are my beloved. Even when you forget me, I never forget you. Even when you feel like no one stays, I remain. You are not too far. There have been moments when you walked away, not in rebellion, but in fatigue. Not because you stopped loving me, but because life broke something inside you. I understand. You've been told you had to be strong to be loved. You've been told you had to have answers to be accepted. So you distanced yourself, hoping I wouldn't notice your unraveling, but I noticed. Not to shame you, but to chase you. And I want you to know, you are not too far. You are not too late. You are not too broken. I can find you in every wilderness. I can meet you in every lost place. I can rebuild from every ruin, even in the pit. My hand still reaches. Even in the darkness, my light still shines. Even in the silence, my voice still speaks. I'm not like them. You've been let down. You've been abandoned. You've watched people say they loved you, then leave. You've heard promises, and then the sound of retreat. I know how that shaped you. I know how you built walls to survive. I know how you trained yourself not to trust easily. But I am not like them. I don't love you based on conditions. I don't withdraw my affection when you're weak. I don't turn away when you're struggling to believe. When others leave, I draw near. When others criticize, I cover. When others give up, I hold on. You don't have to prove anything to me. I loved you first. I chose you fully, and I never change my mind. I've let go of the lie you believed, the lie that said you had to earn worth. That said you were too messy, too inconsistent, too much. You learned to suppress the tears, to perform for approval, to hide the ache behind the "I'm okay." But let me tell you what is true. Your tears are safe with me. Your questions do not disqualify you. Your weakness is not offensive to me. Your inconsistency doesn't cancel your identity. You are still mine. Not because of what you've done right, not because you never failed, but because I never let go. You were never meant to carry the burden of perfection. You were never meant to walk this road alone. So exhale, let the masks fall, let the striving cease, let your soul come home. I am the God who stays. When you wept, I sat beside you. When you yelled, I stayed. When you shut the door, I waited. Never stopped loving you. Not once. Not for a moment. You've mistaken my quiet for absence. But silence is not abandonment. Sometimes I whisper. Sometimes I wait. But I am always near. I never stopped watching over you. I never stopped speaking life over you. You may feel like the fire burned away everything, but I see gold being refined. You may think the valley broke you, but I see the roots growing deep. You may feel lost in the dark, but I am already in your tomorrow, holding the light.